dive into authentic conversations about ourselves and our community, exploring topics that uplift and inspire us, from personal growth to social change. So grab your teacup and get ready to join the conversation.
They don't look happy at all that Diddy's incarcerated, okay? They look disgustingly mad at that situation. What's the one, Christian? Is he the one that looks more like Diddy? Whichever one it is that look more like Diddy, he is unhappy. Here come the children. Okay. The twins twinning, holding their grandmother's hands. All of them are there for him. Quincy, King, Christian, and the twin girls. I do not see the little baby pooching, which is a good thing. This matter is not for children. It's not for the ears of the underdeveloped. And they're off in their black SUVs pooching. Yes, they are. Here comes the lawyer from the island of Caucasus. Let's listen.
Thanks for all for waiting. I'm really not going to make much of a statement. As you know, I made a request for the judge to issue what we call the gag order, and the judge is going to issue it on a reciprocal basis. So I'm not going to say anything.
So they're going to gag
I didn't say
whoever for, whatever.
We submitted.
Don't be me, because I ain't saying nothing but the truth of what the matters of facts are coming down to be.
But I didn't want to leave all you guys hanging, and I wanted to say at least that I wasn't going to say anything.
It's a sad
That's all I'm going to say and not say. Thank you all. I hope that gives you what you need, but I'm not going to say anything that I haven't said in court and that I haven't said in my court papers. So you all have a nice day.
All had our moments of not so proud sights, but God damn it, don't you thank God every day you ain't set up like Diddy. Oh, that's a monster there, baby. Okay, so we've seen all this, right? Let's listen to what people are thinking about what is going on with Diddy, y'all. Sure, come on, y'all. Give me something now. Give me something. Push through with something. I need something. Because I don't want to sit here all day. No, I'm just playing. We will sit here as long as needed to find out what's going on at this hearing, okay? Fox 5 New York says this. Weighing in.
If you only have a few...
Okay, weighing in.
Sean Diddy Combs will be back in court with yet another push to be released as he awaits trial on his sex trafficking and racketeering charges. The music mogul has been behind bars since September. And Fox 5's Lisa Evers is live in Lower Manhattan with what we can expect from today's Monday's bail hearing. Lisa.
Well, Bianca, we're here at federal court, and once again, Diddy's lawyers are going before a federal judge to try to convince him that the incarcerated music mogul deserves bail. It's been denied twice because prosecutors successfully argued that he was a flight risk as well as a threat and danger to the community. But now his defense team is taking aim with a new strategy. Sean Diddy Combs has been behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center for just over 2 months now. His lawyers are now saying that his continued lockdown there at MDC will jeopardize his right to a fair trial. They're also accusing prosecutors of painting a false picture of him, essentially destroying his life, and will argue that the only way for him to get his reputation back is to fight for it in court and win his trial. Something Diddy's lawyers say is impossible if he stays in jail due to the huge volume of evidence that goes back many years. Now, court records indicate that Team Diddy will claim that the deeply disturbing video of his attack on Cassie Ventura was not evidence of sex trafficking, but of domestic abuse, and what they say was a 10-year troubled relationship. They're also accusing prosecutors of editing that Cassie video to make Diddy look more dangerous. At an emergency hearing on Tuesday, prosecutors told the judge they have evidence of Diddy engaged in witness tampering and intimidation from behind bars. Here's what legal expert and attorney Tad Thomas, who is not directly involved with this case, told us.
Rico, because you
there is no limit under the rules as how many times they can come. However, attorneys know you don't want to keep going in front of a judge asking for the same thing over and over again. It's just going to make the judge mad when you need the judge to be impartial and fair and listen to you when it comes to other rulings. So it'd be a mistake to keep going after this next and third bail hearing, but there is no technical limit. It's not unusual to go back multiple times, but it's a little unusual to go back with any real new information. And it's really unusual to go back when the prosecutors are going to show that Diddy's out there trying to influence witnesses. It really puts his lawyers in a bad position.
Rico case, and that's exactly what they did.
Now, Diddy's defense team is offering a bail package of $50 million
plus
plus home detention and a couple of other conditions as his bail. They're hoping that the judge will see it their way and that this third time will be the charm and not a strikeout. I'll be in court for you this afternoon. We'll be bringing you a full report on the Fox 5 News at 5. We're live in federal court. I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News. Bianca, back to you.
All right, let's look forward to that update from you.
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car accident in the last year? Yep. Even if you weren't driving, just click the link around this video to see.
The judge told him, hell no, you won't go at $50 million. We don't want it. Now throw $100 million and your mama up here on the table, and we might take that. We might take your mama with $100 million. Eyewitness News, ABC 7 New York is saying
the disgraced music mogul will stand trial next year on sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Today, his lawyers will once again make a case to try to set him free on bail. Eyewitness News reporter Phil Tate is live outside of the courthouse in Lower Manhattan with more. Good morning, Phil.
Yeah, Pedro, good morning. Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs hopes fourth time the charm as he heads back inside of a Lower Manhattan courtroom and hopes that he can get out of jail on bail. Well, this as the disgraced star faces a slew of charges that's left him sitting in a Brooklyn jail cell. Now, Combs' legal woes are extensive with racketeering, sex trafficking by force, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
Like abuse.
In September. Now, Diddy was in court earlier this week when prosecutors had obtained several pages of Combs' handwritten notes from a raid carried out at the Metropolitan Detention Center. Now, a win for Combs, as the judge has already said he would not consider those notes when weighing bail arguments after the defense raised questions about attorney-client privilege. Now, also on today's agenda, the video that shocked the world. Diddy violently assaulting then-girlfriend Cassie in 2016, which also became evidence of the danger that the rap mogul had posed to women if released on bail. That's all according to prosecutors. Now, in a new court filing Thursday, Sean Combs' defense attorneys say prosecutors invented that narrative using a, quote, an edited and manipulated version of the video, arguing it shows nothing more than a domestic dispute.
What the prosecution is laying out or attempts by Diddy to do things under the radar, to reach out and communicate with witnesses. So this obviously is to great detriment when it comes to his argument for bail.
Now, Combs has repeatedly tried for bail, but has been denied. This time, they'll be offering that $50 million package along with home confinement and that bracelet that would be his ankle, ensuring that he would not be able to leave. Again, we'll have to see what will happen in just hours. Combs is expected to be in court at 2 p.m. We are live in Lorman.
Say that Diddy will not cut his ankle bracelet off. How? He already in jail breaking laws. So how can you positively 100% say that Diddy will remain with an ankle monitor on and not absconder? Popcorn Culture is saying
At the 58th and I-25 Furniture Row, we have a thing about more.
How can you guarantee that Diddy will remain on ankle monitor? You can't. And for the type of things that Diddy is being charged, you know, in a RICO case, nigga, please. Popcorn Planet Culture saying
this is very thin.
Okay. This is funny, right? Like I'm not reading into this. This is kind of sassy. There was dragging.
Judge Mr. Let's read
Oh
what
my
this is
God.
saying. Judge Mr. Agnew Phillip, Combs lawyer, Agnew Phillip. I'm going to have Miss Shapiro lead us off. Alexandra Shapiro. He was not dragging her back to the freak off. Judge, there was dragging. Shapiro, I don't mean to, Judge, there was kicking. Shapiro, he apologized. Okay.
And I think the apology is a good point in this as well, because I think this is why sometimes when people are, under investigation or there's ongoing litigation or things of that nature, they don't say anything. They don't make any statements at all, because anything you say can be used against you. And in this situation, definitely that apology video is being used against him, as it should be. That's
100%.
Yeah.
100%. That's
Yeah.
perfect. It's a perfect example of why you should keep your mouth shut. Kids should keep their mouths shut. These kids are posting all this stuff all over social media about, little girls blowing out birthday candles. It's like, okay, that's all great. But
we got another update here. So the judge says, what about the 2018 text messages with victim one about violence? Combs's lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, we have gathered more information about victim one even yesterday. I don't want to quote it because it's under seal and should be. It was consensual.
Woo! Popcorn Planet got insider trader.
Maybe
not. Head on.
I feel like we look at that video and that kind of is pretty clear to me. Like
Diddy hearing
even
for his bail.
Like if it was written, okay, clearly it was under duress. Clearly it was coerced. Clearly this was not healthy. And I feel like for the comments of, it was consensual, there's also probably comments like other text messages that the feds have shared of victim one, who we do believe is Cassie. But she is identified as victim one in this case.
Box
of,
Friday
her
has
saying,
arrived. We
I
may
have
do
a
that.
fat lip, I have a black eye,
we might
I'm
not get a food box
bruised,
Friday, Diddy's ass
and getting upset with him for what he did
up
to
the
her.
food box Friday, babies, because we got.
I feel like this is one of these situations where there's a bit of Darvo going on, and I'm just calling that out right now. I don't think it's okay, and I'm definitely seeing it seems that Diddy's team's strategy at this point is to discredit victim one as much as possible. I don't know if that's a vibe you've gotten, John, but I'm definitely starting to see that more and more.
Yeah, a little bit. But again, I would go back to the earlier discussion about, look, they're trying to throw anything against the wall that they possibly can and hope that something sticks. I get the sense from if the judge's comments are being
While I'm
portrayed
working, I'm also
correctly,
working.
and
I
I'm
am
assuming that
filling
they
out
are.
project surveys. I make
The judge is not really buying this either, I don't think. The
side
judge is saying, again, you're still giving me crumbs. I want the whole piece of bread.
Yeah, fair. I do want to say thank you so much to Mary, who actually just sent me a PayPal. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much for your generosity. It is very much appreciated. Thank you for the comment as well. Camille Lee Eon sent in a super chat as well saying, is there a record of room damages he had to pay to? What were the listed damages? I can only imagine there probably would be. I personally haven't seen that report. I don't know if you've heard anything about that, John, but I think that probably could come into play in this case.
Well, conceivably, but I mean, he's not on trial for damaging hotel rooms. So
yeah, but could it potentially be evidence though of the
this one is
I mean, if there's
the impact of the FOs?
$50.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
I mean, if there, if there's blood on walls and on carpet and bedspreads and things like that, then yeah, I can see that leading to some further questioning about how did this happen and whose blood is it and all that kind of thing. But I haven't heard or read anything to indicate that might be part of the equation here.
Okay. So we got another tweet here. The judge said, I don't want to quote from them, but you know the ones I mean. Agnifilo, we are proposing an independent security firm. There was being a mutual regrettable physical conduct going both ways. There was violence by this other person and by Combs, Mr. Combs, allegedly. I don't think it's alleged. We know he was. And ultimately, what is the I guess it becomes a question of reactive A, for lack of a better term, right? Like how much of this, how much of the violence in this relationship was it instigated by Mr. Combs as opposed to victim one? And I'm sure that's going to be something they're going to have to talk about through the trial. And that's what I mean by like, I'm
for the dog
here right now.
No, his birthday
in my mind. What do you think, John?
We gave him a nice turkey leg for his birthday.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And again, the question always comes up, okay, well, if there was a two-way altercation of some sort.
Ella, not right now,
They,
okay? Mommy doesn't
they
want
each
you in
apparently
live with
put
her
their hands
right now while I'm talking about Diddy stuff, okay? You're too young, so go in
on
there
each other.
and play.
And we're not talking about the other party in this case. This is about Diddy. And so it doesn't matter if he was provoked or there was something else going on that caused him to act out. The bottom line is he acted out. And again, allegedly put his hands on this other person. And that's the point that we're trying to analyze here.
It looks like we may be having a connection issue. Hang on one second. John, do I still have you?
I'm here.
Okay. 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 Hoping that we will be back very shortly and this will get sorted out. Okay, it looks like we're getting something back. Are we back? Please tell me we're back. Okay, it looks like we're back to full strength. My apologies, everybody. If you're having some issues with the connection, please consider reloading your stream. We should be back and we should be okay now. Let me see here. Okay. It looks like we've got another update, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that up.
Yes, Popcorn Planet is pooching, coming through.
Judge, oh no, that's the same one. We got this one. Here we go. Combs' lawyer Shapiro. The LaFontaine case from 2000. The defendant told someone to lie by phone from the MCC. The Gotti case from 1996. The head of the Gambino crime family. The witness received a kick in the A. The government does not have that here.
What does that even have to do with anything? Let's listen to what our lawyer's talking about.
What do you think of that, John?
I'm not sure what to make of that.
No.
wait
It's some
for the
bullshit.
next.
That's why, John.
Yeah.
It's
the
some
next tweet.
bullshit.
Okay.
Don't nobody give a
Yeah. Thank you.
yeah.
Andy is going to be here very, very soon. He is on his way, and he will take back over control of this this stream. So hopefully, we won't be having many more connection problems, and that issue will be avoided for you guys moving forward. And my apology on that situation going on.
You're a fine
Just
Popcorn
see
Planet. You are pooching
Okay.
down with the tea of the tea.
All
This
right.
Popcorn Planet girl got the
So
inside
we are waiting for
crater
more
secrets of
updates
what's
to
being
come
said
through.
inside
I
Diddy's
do see
parents.
also we
Bless her
received a
soul.
message from DeWitt
Just
Gilmore
keep
saying,
sipping
"I'd
some
love to
tea with
interview with
her.
you. I am
Thank you for
Gilmore
having us,
versus Combs."
Popcorn
That
Planet.
would
We
be
appreciate you,
wonderful.
girl. We appreciate
I
you.
obviously have to like validate who you are and everything else. But thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the offer. I will definitely make sure that Andy is aware of that, and we can take a look. We can take a look. I think that would be great. Let me see here. We are going to a new update. Combs lawyer Shapiro, we cited the Trump case. Defendants have greater rights to speak than their lawyers. An Instagram post as well as, I don't know if I can. Okay, so they can't say something. They're nervous about something. Judge said his communications from the MDC. Shapiro, he says the prosecution is motivated by racism. We're going back to this?
Mm-hmm. You better believe Diddy's black ass is going back to that.
What do you think, John? They're really throwing everything at this point.
Oh, of course. Diddy's
Yeah.
whole ass on the line. Not that he, ain't used to putting it on.
I don't want to get political, but we just had, you know where I'm going to go with this. We just heard the R word and a bunch of other isms and lists and all of that just 2 weeks ago, and I think everybody sort of, was climbing the walls like enough, and
yeah, we don't need to get super political into it, but I do feel like, I feel like I would be just as upset about all of this, regardless of the issue of race, and yes. I don't believe that the reason that Diddy is there is because of that.
Hell no, it ain't
my
because
opinion.
of
I can
that.
only speak for myself.
Why would it be? Why would it be because he was
I think
black?
we have enough evidence at this
thought
point
that it was
to
wrong
say
for
that
Diddy
there
to
are things that have
victimize
happened here that are not okay.
I don't think that has a color on it.
And he is clearly grasping at straws to try to save his own skin, and I don't think this is going to work. And I am seeing the chat of basically everybody kind of feeling the same way, of being like, "Are you serious right now?" Yeah. There's so many people that are like, "Are you serious? This is desperate. We're laughing. This is crazy." And I hear it, and I think most of us are kind of in the same agreement on that front.
Diddy.
It's
the judge is a person of color as well.
Let me take a pooch on over here to my stream,
Indian by heritage, as in
but at least
Asian,
can
like India, Pakistan, not American Indian, but other side of the world Indian. I guarantee you, he has a good sense in his head of what racism means and the likelihood of it being out there as a factor and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think he's going to buy that.
Yeah, I hear you. I do want to say thank you so much to Carbonite Stardust. You just sent me a PayPal. You're going to make me people just saying that this is absolutely ridiculous. That whole concept is just.
Spend more time here.
Yeah, we are having some streaming issues as well. So
like example Costco.
Not appreciate the fact that
I had an interview with Ariel Mitchell Kidd, and she was saying that it's ridiculous because there actually isn't even a Costco in I'm interested. Shapiro said yes. Same with witness 2. I believe there was discussion that witness 2 may have been compensated for the statement that they allegedly made.
What did I just do? No.
How can a microblader make more than a doctor and only work part-time hours? Think about this for a second. A doctor goes to school for over 10 years. 4 years under.
Popcorn Planet had just given us an update of some insider talks going on at Diddy's hearing. Okay, let me go back. Let me find Popcorn Planet. I don't know what the hell I clicked on, but it clicked out of her live. Popcorn Planet.
Team that would be representing him, and that they would be able to give statements. It's very strange to me. I feel like not be able to address the public would be kind of my question. I'm interested to hear your perspective on that. Like, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know if that's not expected, but to me, like, if you're going to rep a celebrity, you got to be prepared to have a camera in your face and a microphone in front of you. You know what I mean? I'm curious about your thoughts on that.
Yeah, well, it's definitely true, and that's part of the process of choosing a lawyer to begin with. Is that you want someone who not only shares your philosophy but shares your demeanor and your personality, and that you're going to be able to feel comfortable around, and not worry that, okay, well, this guy's not going out and jumping up and down and waving their hands in the air on the courthouse steps. If that's what you want, you need to look for that ahead of time. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that, Diddy's legal team was assembled because they were considered to be the best. Money is no object. Again, just like in the Depp case, you've got a guy like Ben Chu, who's already represented Cher and some other very high profile people, and has earned somebody that's going to work for you.
Mm-hmm. We do have an update. So let's see here. Judge, what about the communications that are misleading? Agnifilo says witness 1 reached out to Mr. Combs' counsel and asked us for a lawyer. We didn't do anything along those lines because it was an odd request. I don't know a factual answer. Judge, how do you know no? So is it that witness 1 reached out to Combs' counsel and wanted to speak with the lawyer? Not that she was looking for a lawyer to represent herself, because we know she's with Wigdor LLP with Douglas. So is it just she was trying to connect, but through an attorney? I don't understand that.
Yeah, something doesn't make sense with that. Or maybe we're just not reading it correctly, but
or it's written maybe. I don't know. Okay, yeah, we do have. Okay, hang on. We got a correction. Judge, how did you not know? Combs' lawyer Garagos. There was a message from Mr. Combs to witness 1. I'd like to give it to you under seal. AUSA Foster may know it does not give rise to the level of obstruction. I do not have the actual message.
Thanks for watching. Remember to show your support by liking, subscribing, and sharing. It's a blessing. Keep your teacups filled and ready for my next upload. Until then, stay inspired and remember, always stay dipping.